Dude, I like that.
It's so true. So actually, once we get into this, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But I got a really cool deal at the dispensary for some shed time because on their house line, which you guys have heard me talk about all the time, Nature's Heritage, they're doing a pheno hunt thing where they're getting the fucking consumer involved.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. So well, fuck it, let's dive into this and I'll tell you guys all about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a Shed Time podcast right now in three, two, one. Let's hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shed Time. What is Shed Time, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shed Time's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shed Time Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shed Time Podcast. And yes, as I was saying in the cold open, Nature's Heritage, the dispensary that I go to, that's their house line. I love these guys. Now, since I've moved, like literally their home dispensary is less than 10 minutes from my house. So like sick. I'm going there a bunch now. But yeah, they're doing a pheno hunt thing. So they run a deal right now, $50 for two eights. Nice quarter of weed going on here. One jar is Max Stomper number 4. The other jar is Max Stomper number 5. And so Max Stomper, pretty clear as the name tells you right there. It's Grape Stomper and Miracle Alien Cookies crossed. And I like both those strains. So the Max Stomper number 4, THCA came in at 17.33%. CBGA was 0.41, CBG was 0.11. On Max Stomper number 5, THCA is 21.19, with CBGA at 0.77 and CBG at 0.21. So obviously, you already know the majority of consumers, they're gonna say they like the Stomper number 5, or potency alone. That being said, I too like the Stomper number 5. Um, with the Stomper number 4, what I thought was really interesting with this strain was that it's very Grape Stomper forward. So like, obviously because we're vaping flower compared to, burning it, uh, we're able to get a little bit more of the nuanced flavors. And with the Max Stomper number 4, I get the Grape Stomper influence a lot more. I taste a little bit of those grapey berry notes that show up more. The the limonene that like everybody knows Miracle Alien Cookies for just doesn't really show up at all in this one. Whereas when you get into number 5, this shit right here has that like limonene, pinene note. It's very Mac forward. And as a result, it just tastes goddamn incredible.
You guys want to know how my brain works? You just said number five, dude. I instantly went to like that Lou Bega song, bro.
It's like
Like that's how
one,
my brain works.
two, three, four,
Mamba
five.
number five,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, Mama number five, man.
Yeah, dude.
But that's how my brain's always working. So I think that's why you guys need to cut me some slack sometimes, which you do, and I appreciate it.
And we just gotta bust your balls while we're at it, because
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
part
that's
of the fun.
respectable.
We'll let you get
I'm
away
all
with it
for
a
it.
couple times before we say something. You know,
Eventually, though, you make it impossible
yeah.
not to.
At a certain point, bro, we gotta address the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Fucking stoner moments, brah. We all have them. Some of us more than others.
That's just living moments for me, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, side note, back to the cannabis conversation.
Yeah.
So I got a single gram from LAX packs of GMOchi, which is
Ooh.
GMO crossed with Han Solo. And dude, let me tell you what, a 1 gram nug of this ground up to the perfect amount for one volcano bowl with just a tad extra.
Oh, nice. So like a fat dime back in the day would be the perfect amount because you
Oh
get
yeah.
like a fat dime be like a 0.8, maybe a 0.9. Dude, you
No
know how
wonder I
wrecked
was.
that would be from that full bowl? I'd be
Oh dude,
destroyed, dude. I'd be going to sleep. I'd be so high.
this is just to barely scratch the surface, bud.
No, I know. But that just shows you, right? There's
Yeah.
difference in everything.
There's levels to this shit, bro.
Because even the way you guys are talking, it's like, and yeah, so I'm literally still on the same shit I've been on for like the last 3 weeks because I got a deal on a bulk amount, and so I'm just working my way through it.
Oh, dude, I do also. I just wanted to do this one just because that's some GMOchi. But dude, I picked this up last week, Sean. I think you'll like this one. Some of the grape Gatsby,
Okay.
grape pie crossed with Mac.
Oh, I'm in.
So it's almost kind of similar vibes of what you
Yeah.
got going over there, with just a slight variation with the grape pie instead of the grape stomper. Dude, testing in at 32.95% THC, bro. Um, 2.19% terpenes, full indica. It's saying the top. Whoa. It's trying to tell me what the top terpene is, and I can't see what it says. Anyway, great stuff, dude. But 14 grams of some small buds in this nice jar, dude. From who's this from? Cream of the Crop.
Dude, I'd rather get small buds.
Well, dude,
Like, they look
it's
like
nice.
that.
It's nice. Oh yeah, look at
Dude, those look really nice, man.
some really nice nuggies.
Well, like
Like
that's the
miniature.
crazy
Oh,
part.
Tiny little popcornies, you know?
Like those are the popcorn nugs, and he said those testing results and those terp results.
Yeah.
Like those are the small nugs. Like that's not normal.
So imagine what the bigger nugs probably were testing at. You know what I'm
Say like
saying?
if they pulled those colas at the right time, holy shit, those must have been fucking ridiculous.
But dude, what I like about it is it being a bunch of small little nugs, dude, is it grinds up so easy for a
oh
volcano.
yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I just toss like 5 or 6 of them little fucking buds in there, fucking grind it up, dude, and it's ready to fucking rock and roll.
I love that.
Dude, I used to always love that. I would never be the guy that would want it shake, but
No,
I
I
always
was
liked like
never
the
a shake
smaller
guy,
buds.
but yeah, popcorn buds, bro. I didn't mind that,
When I was selling
especially when I was
weed,
rolling, dude.
man, when I was selling weed, I was all about taking the small buds because fuck it, I'm gonna get more smokable weed in that ounce.
Yeah, because you're getting less
Hell yeah.
stems, bro.
So now I'm able to cut the better deals, make more money.
Dude, I want to keep this
Like,
little jar.
Yeah.
not to mention, like, you talk about the shake, dude. I used to get the deal on shake from my dude that was ridiculous. So like every couple of months, he'd hit me up, be like, "I'll sell you a QP of the shake for $100." And
Dude,
like,
imagine you had
See,
like
you
a
know what I would have
press.
done with that, bro? Back in the days, I would have taken that and turned around and made some BHO out of it, bro.
well, shit. I mean, we're talking like the earliest days of BHO, where like most motherfuckers didn't even have like we didn't even have dab rigs yet. Like that early on, when I was like, I'm talking, I was in my like high school years, so we're going back
Oh
20
yeah,
some
dude.
odd years. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I'd get that shit. $100 for a QP. Now, mind you, this is a time when I would spend $100 on an ounce of weed
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say like
sell.
a QP would probably normally be like fucking $800.
It'd be 400 for me. And then I would,
Okay.
I'd be able to flip those ounces at like 150, 160 a pop and make some good money.
Yeah.
But like when he would hit me off with those, dude, I would run the deal for the homies and I'd give them all fucking quarters for 20
Oh yeah.
all day until I ran through that shit. And I had people that would eat it up because I mean, 7 grams of shake for $20 is worth 5 minutes of picking out some seeds to get to rolling. Like they loved it. And I mean, I wasn't a total dick. I would de-seed, like I'd do a bulk de-seed because I learned a magazine trick from my stepdad how to like remove a fuck ton of seeds really fast. So like dope. I use that trick. I'd get a fuck ton of them out for everybody. There'd be like you pick if you pinched out, you might get like one or two seeds in your pinch. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like it could be the bottom of a pound that I was buying. You know what I mean?
I
Dude,
mean, other
that's
than they like seeds taste horrible and they pop, that's the bigger problem for me.
oh, bro,
They don't taste good, but they fucking pop.
dude, they would give me a headache too, bro.
Dude, yeah, they would.
But dude, that was
And
the
they
funniest
smell
thing,
bad.
dude. Oh yeah, it smelled like popcorn, like burnt popcorn.
Oh,
But dude, that'd be so funny though when somebody would like be smoking a joint or something and it had a seed or something in it, and then
Oh
all
yeah,
of a
dude.
sudden they get there and all of a sudden the fucking end of the fucking cherry just fucking pops. Just I'm like, oh shit. I was gonna
one
say
of the,
something right before that too, and I totally fucking lost my train of thought, dude.
it's remembering
Shit.
past trauma.
Shake, $20.
Yeah, I remember. Oh,
Bottom of the
seeds.
bag,
Yeah,
popcorn bugs.
it
Oh,
was about seeds. I would say, luckily, I'll say I was pretty blessed when it came to that. I never had too many instances where I got some shit with like just crazy, crazy amounts of seeds. But every now and then I'd get like one or two bags that I might find like 1 to 2 seeds out of like an eighth or a quarter. You know what I mean? But dude, I had seen one of my buddies one time who his grow got fucked and got fucking pollinated. And then
oh,
next thing you know, all of his fucking buds, dude. Like it would the buds were pretty much just all seeds, bro. It was nuts the amount of seeds that that plant fucking produced, dude. It was insane.
I remember the brick. Oof, those days. Those were some rough days when we were smoking that kind of weed where it's like break the little piece of thing off, try to break out as many of the seeds off of that. Now you got like 2 hits of weed. Do this for 20 minutes just to get enough to roll a joint. And it tastes like dog shit.
dude, I remember getting like me and my best friend got like an ounce of weed and it was just a puck. We were like somewhere and we just needed weed and it just happened to be that like they're selling like an ounce of like and it was cess, dude. Like legit, like Jamaican cess, like and we got it for like dirt cheap, but dude, it was like basically like a skull pack of weed.
Oh
And
yeah,
you'd literally be like fucking trying your hardest to break it off. It would be so compressed. And like eventually you could like get it so it was fluffy enough. You'd like roll a joint. Fuck.
Brutal.
Dude, that's like going back though. That's like
Brutal.
probably like 2000.
God, yeah. Yeah. Like that's what I'm talking about when I talk about those days is like
dude.
2000,
It's so awesome we don't have to
You
do
know
any of
what's
that shit
even
anymore.
crazier, boys?
For
Is we're
real.
further from 2000 than we are from 2050.
Yep. Because
Yeah,
we're
it's
over
crazy.
by a few days, dude.
Crazy, right?
That is
Yo.
actually crazy.
So I'm gonna give you something crazy that just happened. I just got this news literally today. Massachusetts revoked its first testing lab license.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and the evidence is pretty fucking damning, boys. So, according to the CCC suspension order issued Monday, the Tingsboro-based lab's established pattern of failing to accurately report total yeast and mold test results poses an immediate and serious threat to public health and safety. So literally, they have to shut down as of the end of today, like midnight tonight. They're done. They cannot open
Because
their
they're doing
building.
their job not proper.
So here's where it gets
Yikes.
crazy. So the CCC alleges that the lab tested more than 22,500 marijuana products, or roughly 25% of the cannabis in the state, from April of 2024 to April of 2025. Now, according to the results that the testing lab submitted to Metric, the state's seed to sale tracking software, only 10 samples out of 17,565 were failed for containing total yeast and mold in excess of state limits. That's a 0.05% fail rate, or 90 times below the state's average fail rate of 4.5%. So that immediately just raises red flags. Here's where it gets worse. The testing lab had to hand over raw data. And the CCC says, according to this raw data, 7,183 lab samples tested for microbial levels between 0 and 10,000 colony forming units per gram, but were reported in COAs or to metric as 0 or non-detectable. 544 samples tested in excess of the 10,000 CFU per gram limit, but the lab didn't report those failures to the CCC or input them into metric. And 160 samples were retested after they exceeded the action limit, but those failures were either omitted from data entry or reported as non-detect. So yeah.
How many other testing facilities or companies are there?
So that was one of 15 in the state.
Okay.
And so this is just one of those examples of like the pay to play system that's kind of, like even California has been dealing with it. A couple other states have been, and they've been kind of cracking down in their ways. But there's a big pay to play system where like, some people are saying there's no fucking way your weed tests that high. I'm calling bullshit. I think you're paying off your testing lab somehow. And
definitely, dude. What?
there's a lot of
There's
data.
a lot to gain.
Yeah, there's a lot of data that is showing that
from
is a
that.
lot
So
of
I
what's
believe
happening.
it. People are involved.
That's it,
I believe
like
it.
there's a lot of that happening. And so like I think this is a reckoning that has to happen amongst an industry that is a wild, wild west industry like it is. You know what I mean? Like it reminds me of what we saw in the vape industry when it first was really coming up, and like it was so loosely regulated that like people could pull some shady shit and get away with it. And like I kind of see that like this is what's happening now. It's that reckoning where like they've got to figure out how they're going to regulate this shit, catch on to these bad actors, take care of it as quickly as possible. And this way you can kind of mitigate this weird race to the bottom and everything that's happening where everyone's trying to put out the highest testing weed for the lowest testing or the lowest possible prices, and like literally running small time farmers right out of the industry because they just can't compete with the silly prices that these like giant multi-billion-dollar MSOs are able to put up.
I mean, I think that I agree with what you're saying, but then I also, in my brain, I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's just like pushing these smaller time things to like be better at marketing and like just be better overall, other than just having a really phenomenal product. Like nothing, the best products in the world don't sell unless they're marketed correctly. So like, I I'm not
I
saying that you're
would
wrong. Like I said, I think that like there is still that opportunity for people to shine and like get out there and still make something.
I would say that you're absolutely right if it was an industry that was allowed to properly market.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so where you're at, that's kind of fucked. But like in California, they can market weed shit, right, James?
Speaking of that, I legit this morning on the radio heard a ad for a dispensary in like 2 cities over.
So yeah, they can talk about that stuff.
Yeah, so like in
I was like,
Massachusetts,
what? It was the first time I'd ever heard any sort of cannabis advertisement, like on any public, platform
Like the
that.
way
Like,
that anyone could just catch it.
outside of like Instagram or like whatever, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
I was
we
like,
can
oh
get away with
shit.
billboards in the state. So like a dispensary can buy a
Oh yeah.
billboard, put up a billboard ad, because basically the threshold is they have to prove that 80% of the people who are going to consume that advertisement are over the age of 21. And so obviously when it comes to billboards, the vast majority of people who are traveling on the roadways where these billboards
Or
are
at
displayed,
least of,
they're going to be over that age of consumable legal age. So that that totally works. The caveat is radio. Like we could never do that in mass because no radio station is going to be able to fully guarantee those demographic numbers. I mean, technically speaking, like there are
Yeah, there
stations
was a
that
full on disclaimer afterwards too, saying that this average the advertisement does not, or the radio station does not, something pretty much separating the station from the advertisement sort of thing, saying like this does not, we do
does
not
not reflect the views or feelings of the
exact
station itself, and
exactly.
but yeah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
legal
yeah.
boilerplate
Yeah,
bullshit
yeah,
that they have to put out there to cover their
exactly.
ass.
Similar sort of shit you get after like gambling sites and all that sort of shit. Must be of legal consuming age, yada yada yada. Da, 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 da. But I
Well,
thought that
like,
was crazy, bro. And then I went and looked up their website, bro, and I was like, damn, their prices are kind of up there, and they don't really have any of the fucking like brands that I like, dude.
you know what?
It's
I
kind of a
I
bummer.
find that like there are certain categories that I now can just immediately judge a dispensary on. Like, I'm gonna look in the concentrates. If I don't see rosin on your menu, I've already got a bad feeling about
Well,
you.
that's the thing. Like they had like 710 labs. They even had like one Bear Labs thing, but like the prices were more than what I normally pay.
Naturally.
But the thing is it is a lot closer.
I mean, that's gonna be a caveat
But
too, though. Like, especially when you
I
were
like
going
my
like,
drive, bro. Honestly, it's like now that I don't commute every day for work, I enjoy driving again. You know what I mean?
yeah, the trip to the
Because I'm not like
dispensary for
I'm
like
not
30 minutes isn't a big deal now.
exactly like that 30-minute drive there and the 30-minute drive home. You know what I mean? It's like it was like my outing on the weekends. It was what would literally get me out from behind this fucking desk and enter the world for about an hour or so uh over the weekend, because probably be the only time I'd leave my house over the weekend, unless I was going to my sister's, which is something I've been starting to do more often, especially on like the weekend. I'd go over there and hang out with my little dude for a couple hours. But Sean, I'm curious, bro, because obviously we've got a little side chat where we keep in contact throughout the week, and we chat about this and that and stuff
Yeah,
we're
and you
going to
know I
talk
haven't
about on
said
the
nothing.
show. And you haven't said a fucking word. I need to know, what are your thoughts on the Purple Thunder to start? Because I know you also got the other good that I haven't been able to find yet, and I seen the little color peeking out that cozy or koozie or whatever, bro. Don't think you're slick. I seen the colors when you pulled it out the first time, and I've been thinking about it this whole fucking time. But tell me about the Purple Thunder first, since Chris and I already have something to go off that. If you've tried it yet, um, if not, break into the new
Oh, well, I mean,
and let us know.
I think we actually talked about the real first time I tried the Purple Thunder a couple months back on the show.
Oh,
Um,
I don't
so
remember, but
yeah, like it was
refresher.
while I was on my way through Maine and we found a Circle K that had it. Um, and so I was able to try it then, and yeah, it blew my goddamn mind. And of course, now having moved to where I live, there is a Circle K that is very close. In fact, it's on the way to said dispensary that I'm going to all the time
Nice.
now. So it's like we were on our way over there over the weekend, and it was like, you know what? This is a Circle K. I'm gonna bang in here real quick, and I'm gonna see if they've got any Purple Thunder in stock right now. And they did, because I did
Yes.
find, there's a lot of people saying, yeah, but it's back into the Circle K family. So like I think it's Circle K Sheets, and there's like another one
Yeah,
that
there's like a
yeah,
couple that fit underneath that
the
because it's
whole yeah,
different regionally.
it's kind of like the whole you could find Infinite Swirl at
7-Eleven
7-Eleven and
and fast, or
Speedway,
yeah, whatever it
and
was.
there's a couple other, I think, small chains that they own also. Um, so one of those dealies. But yeah, love that. I'm gonna continue to stop in there all the time and grab that for as long as I can until it's gone, because it's fantastic.
It
Now,
is so far.
I need to get one soon. I haven't had it in a while.
as for this gem, the
Dude, the
dragon
can
fruit,
art's so
dude.
slick, dude. I
So
like
like
it, bro. I just like
when
the
you
can.
see when you see the 12 pack, because I had to buy a 12
Well,
pack to be
that's
able to get the
obviously
can.
what your boy's gonna do, because we're gonna be
It's
cranking through them
like
probably.
getting a
Yeah,
single. What?
bro, when you see that full art, because now like you get much more of the art across
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
box, that is some very cool detailed art. Like on the can, you could see like
You even
there's
see the little dragon fruit. They got one sliced open there with the
you
seeds
you
and
got
all.
I like that you got like this little guy in here. So you've got this like shark fin that's poking up out of
Oh
the
yeah,
water.
yep.
You know, then you got these little tiki huts that are going on over here on the side. There's some more shit that you
Oh,
can't
some
see.
little
It's going
palm
on in the back
trees.
here. So like, yeah, very great art. Um, Now, as for the
It has a
flavor of this,
taste. It
yes, because
has a
that's the big question, right?
Yeah,
taste.
that's really all that matters to
That's
me
all I
right at
want
this
to know,
very
dude.
moment.
Of all the things I have tasted that are dragon fruit flavored, I cannot give you a comparison to this from any of those examples. Um, this definitely has Mountain Dew flavor. So, where we've talked before about some of these other flavors that they don't necessarily have that dew taste to them, this you definitely get the dew lemon lime, the classic dew flavor with this dragon fruit note blended in. And I like this a fucking lot. It is
So you're glad you got a 12 pack.
100%. It is smooth. It's got the best thing I can say to describe it is like very smooth, hits you almost with like a classic dew note right at the front. And then as you're continuing to swallow, it rounds into this candied dragon fruit
I was gonna
flavor.
say, is it sweet?
It is
Like,
on the sweet side, but it's not like one of those
because
uber thick sweets. It's not like Code Red thick sweet.
okay, because one thing I find about dragon fruit flavored things, especially like drinks and stuff like that, is some can be very mild in the sweetness. Like they're real light. You know what I mean? Almost kind of crisp.
Or dry. I would
Or
almost say
dry.
dry.
There you go. There you go. That's the word. And but then
Yeah.
there's some where it's definitely more like sugary sweet. You know what I mean?
So like this
Like
is a 44-gram sugar can, which is pretty on par with a standard dew. So it's not too far off on regular dew. Um, and that's kind of
yeah.
what I get out of it. Like it's not like I don't get the super thick film on the back of my tongue from drinking it, like I would with like a Code Red or something. It's got a cleaner finish. So I'm not mad at it. It's definitely crushable. So dangerous for James who likes to
Yeah.
pound them. Like this, you can
Dude,
crush this
you guys do
motherfucker.
not want to you
It's
guys do not want to
crushable.
see the side of my desk right now and the amount of fucking cans that are right here that I just haven't taken to the recycling bin just because I'm
Yeah.
a fucking
Like
burnout and
that
just
some bitch is
stacking.
is
Dude,
is good.
I could full on create a pyramid, boys. It's kind of bad. But luckily, honestly, it's bad because it's soda, but it's better than it being like beer
Better
or
than
something.
beer.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine
Because dude,
though,
it
right?
just reminds me of I was talking to Chris about this weekend. This is gonna be a tangent, Sean. I'm sorry, but I
Do
have
it.
to get it out before I fucking forget. I've been watching these dudes online opening CS:GO cases. Do you know anything about this, Sean?
Wait a minute. I'm
Counter Strike Go.
yeah. So like I'm familiar with Counter-Strike Go, but I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
familiar with the whole case thing.
well, apparently through playing the game, and you could also buy them through like the Steam store or some shit, but you could purchase weapons cases and stuff. And different cases have different types of things in them, and you buy them, you buy keys, you open them, and when you open them, it's like a fucking slot machine, bro. It's where all of a sudden this fucking wheel starts spinning with these different colors and different weapons, and all of a sudden it slowly stops, and whatever it stops on is what you get, right?
Oh, so it's a standard loot box.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the fucking CS:GO community is fucking crazy, bro. Because apparently, dude, this is like it pretty much like crypto or like gambling, dude. Because what people are doing is they're like investing like crazy amounts of money into buying these cases and then just fucking open. It's like ripping fucking packs of fucking
Yeah.
Pokemon cards, trying to pull these rare items because, dude, depending on like what kind of like knife or whatever you get, you can sell it for like $100,000, bro. which is crazy because the whole
You can even just
secondary
sell
on
one
this is
for $2,000. You know what I
yeah,
mean? There's a lot of
it's
those.
That's
exactly it's
insane. It's
but like I was
crazy.
watching this dude this weekend and they've been doing it for like 3 days. And like one of the dudes that was like watching these guys was like, "Oh, I've been drinking with you guys, sent you a picture of all the beers I've drank." And he like the dude had like he had like 38 or 40 beers, like empty cans just sitting on his fucking counter. And they were trying to figure out, okay, bro, was this over the last 3 days or is this just tonight? Like they're like just like fuck it, and it just blew them away. And that made me think of the
The
amount of
amount of
fucking soda
Ducans.
cans. I don't
Yeah.
have that many. It's not that bad,
Yeah, it's not
but
38 or 40.
no, but it's 10.
Enough.
Yeah, it's more than I would like to have sitting here because it's just it makes me look trashy. Let's be
Also,
honest, I am
ants.
kind of trashy. Yeah, that too. Luckily, that's not an issue because let me be honest with you, Chris, they ain't a fucking drop left in these bitches, bro. Because your boy sucks these things down, dude. Okay. But anywho, uh yeah, like can we just talk about the fucking that whole thing? Like the whole craze of like this like trading card and like the CS:GO thing, like this like secondary market for all these things that is just like obviously it's been a thing for a long time, but the amount of money that gets invested into it nowadays is
It
kind of
is
fucking
wild.
mind blowing, bro.
Oh
Well, I
You know
man,
what
mean,
I
I'm
mean?
of a firm belief that people will spend money on things think they can make money off of.
Oh, for
And like
sure.
some people just have so much money to spend. So like maybe there's all these people doing these trading, and then the people that are buying them for like $100,000, they're probably not even thinking always like as an investment. They might just have so much money and they're like, dude, I love this game. I'm gonna fucking own this fucking thing. I got fucking millions from like some startup I did, or who fucking knows, dude.
like I
No, but
mean,
it
It's a whole
it's
ecosystem, clearly.
yeah.
there's like a whole culture around it though now because like I know like I was just talking to a kid. I was at a little sandwich shop for lunch today, and I was talking to the kid behind the counter, and they were telling me that on top of waiting tables at a restaurant in town a couple nights in one town, they worked at this deli a couple days a week, and then on the side, they did exactly what we're talking about. They would buy like huge boxes, like cases of Pokemon cards, and then they would rip packs and then go out to flea markets and all these other secondary markets and just sell all of their best cards and just get shitloads of money. And this kid is living good off of that. And never mind the extra hustle. It's like a 26-year-old kid. They're just like hustling hard, doing this on one side, waiting tables and working in the deli a couple days here, a couple days there, and just living life. I got a buddy that's
Mhm.
most of his life. It's the same thing. He buys cases of Pokemon cards, rips packs, and then he goes to flea markets, sells those. He collects Funkos and sells them as well because he's deep into that market. And I mean,
Dude, have you seen the new thing, the bear bricks?
no.
I never even
Or
heard of
these
that.
other things they're called Labubu or some shit? It's my algorithm's crazy, dudes. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely way different than mine.
dude, I have so much fucking random just shit that pops up on there. Just because like I don't know what it is. Just like in my 30s, bro, I've just started just like opening myself up to like different shit. And just like if I see something, I'll watch it and I'm like, I don't really get it, but I want to figure it out. So like sometimes I just watch shit or find out about shit and I don't necessarily like into it, but I just like I need to find out why other people are. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's why a lot of people I know have watched flat Earth documentaries. They're not flat earthers. They're trying to understand why flat earthers exist.
Yeah.
Why do people still think the earth is flat?
So
So I get
anyway,
it.
they're like these bear bricks. They're pretty much like Funkos, I guess, sort of, but they're like bear shaped like Lego guys almost is what it looks like, because they have like the same like legs and arms as like shaped arms as Lego people, but they're like big. And they're like probably like, like this tall or some shit. But they're crazy fucking expensive. And then these little Labubu things, they're like these weird, like furry, like bunny looking things that have like these just like different facial expressions and different colored fur. But apparently they're like crazy fucking popular right now at the moment. And I've seen like 2 different videos of people buying like this fucking box where what do? Rip packs, bro. And you have fucking 8 different ones you could possibly get, but you only get 6 of them or some shit like that. I don't know. Anywho,
I mean, the collector market's been crazy like that though. Like you think about like shit like Warhammer and Magic, and like all of them have done this shit for years.
Well, that I feel like those were definitely a little bit more niche, I feel. A lot
of sure.
Like these
well, things go viral now, and like things just get mass popularity because of all those things that you're catching them on, like, right?
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
But I mean,
like all those things, like people are always gonna hustle just about everything. You know what I mean? People used to hustle magic cards, or people are hustling CS:GO things. They would hustle comics, baseball cards, going back for 50, 60 years. People have been just hustling, but now it's like because things people are hustling for have changed so much, and it's so immediate. It's like that's the thing, right? Like those CS:GO packs, people can literally just like get it and then put it on the marketplace and get rid of it right away. It's not like they have to like wait, get it graded, go to a store. You know what I mean? All these different things.
It's kind of the rush of day trading.
Yeah, it's like you can just do things so quickly. I think that's what's changed some of the shit. Like just with NFTs, right? Like that was like all part of that craze. Like people didn't understand how they're getting sold for so much money, but if people saw value in them, like it's just things would just keep on going. I guess that's like CS:GO. It's a really popular game. There's like tons of people that are involved in like that whole online life.
Too.
So shit goes crazy, but I don't understand how people do it. Like James, when you're describing that, even the other day, how like people could just be like rolling with like 6-figure bankrolls, if not 7-figure bankrolls, just rolling CS:GO shit. That's crazy to me.
Dude, like, let me just like paint this picture for you, Sean. Like the amount of money that these guys are dropping. I think one of them at one point said something about he dropped like 18,000 in like just that day. And then I think he bought more after that.
I mean, it's crazy though, because like you were saying, right? Like if one item can net $2,000.
Well, and here's the thing too, like for like that guy, like obviously that guy's situation's different. Obviously, like Chris says, he's got a little bit higher of a bankroll. Not only that, but the dude literally streams video games for a living. You know what I mean? So like for him, it's like this is money, that was, I could afford to lose. It also creates content, which then also creates revenue that will recoup whatever I may be investing or lose doing this. And who knows, I might end up pulling some crazy shit, which he ended up pulling like I think they were like $18,000 gloves or some shit, or 15,000. So he pretty much made back what he'd spent that day in like one pull. And then he pulled like 2 other knives that day too that were probably a couple grand a piece too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it's
he's like, this is literally, he even said it. He's like, this is as literally as close to gambling as I can get without physically gambling. That's pretty much what he
is actually gambling.
Yeah,
that is literal gambling. Yeah,
he's like, but it is, but without saying it, because like he's like doing it in a game. You know what I mean? But it's like he's not
sitting at a blackjack table.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's basically playing a game of roulette.
It's like I think people are like calling him out for like doing it or whatever, and he finally like had to break down. Like, yo, people, let me break it down for you. Let's understand this. First of all, I'm not telling anybody to go out there and do this. I'm not saying that this is a fucking good idea for you. He's like and then like he kind of breaks it down. He's like, I can like this is this expendable income that I could use for this.
Man, chances
That's
are
why
if you
I'm doing
saw him,
it.
he has a lot of viewers, right? So
Oh,
he's
bro,
probably
he was on
making
like
good
a
money every stream.
28,000 sub train or 2,800 sub train that like whole 4 or 5 days, dude. So that means he had a new 200 or 2,800 subs continuously through those 3 days. You know what I mean? So each day, another 2,800 people had subbed throughout him streaming at some point. That's what a
Okay, yeah.
sub train is. Every time you like, once you get a certain amount of subs, the train starts, and then every sub continues the train after that. You know what I'm saying? And then it just
Yeah,
keeps
I feel
counting it
so.
up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, dude, that's fucking nuts. On top of whatever donos and everything else he was probably getting, on top of whatever ads ran during his fucking
Yeah.
streams on multiple platforms. Because I think he was streaming both to like Twitch and YouTube.
And
So
that's the other
double
crazy
dipping
thing is
there.
like Twitch definitely pays a lot better to their streamers. So if you've got a strong following on Twitch, like I follow some people on Inst or not on Instagram on YouTube who are like music producers, and the majority of the content I'm watching on their YouTube
It's
is
Twitch
just them
streams.
editing down their Twitch stream for like a 30-minute viewing instead of a
Yep.
2-hour show.
Yeah.
And like it's wild, like
Dude, and
similar
sometimes
stories.
it's not even them doing it, it's somebody else doing it and
Oh yeah,
monetizing it.
he's not even well, and that's the other crazy thing is like when you get to a point like that, you're not even the one editing your shit anymore. You're literally just
Well,
sending
no,
it to
what
a
I'm saying
guy.
is then you get these other
Dude, fans
clips
will even do that
channels.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get other clips channels that fans create, just clipping their stream and posting on their channel. And you know what I mean? So you're getting like all these different, you know, eyes on you to where at a certain point they're gonna find out, oh wait, this is a clips channel. Let me go find the real dude. And then they're gonna go, it's gonna fucking drive fucking viewers to them. You know, that's how like some of these streamers are probably as big as they are, like that Kai Cenat kid or this Aiden Ross guy. That dude, this kid is crazy. He's got like his own boxing fucking thing he's doing now, bro. Where he's like having like quote unquote, I would say like influencer boxing matches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Honestly, they're kind of hilarious because some of these dudes, some of them can't fight at all. Not saying that
Yeah,
I
they have no
can.
business doing it.
Yeah, they have no business being in there regardless.
Yeah.
Like the Island Boys have done it quite a few times. And let me just tell you what, Island Boys, go back to the island. You know what I mean? Like
It's
the
tough.
fucking
It's tough on the mainland for you
boxing's
guys.
not for you guys, dude. They fought each other, bro.
Those
That's how
fucking
like
guys.
come
I don't
on. First
understand.
they're kissing each other, now they're fighting.
Like
Hey, everybody's got their own sibling rivalry, I guess.
so
Hey,
like
love hate, you know what I mean? That's what
Yeah.
they say. Love hate.
I don't understand the Island Boys. Is it a shtick?
I don't get it either, bro.
Like that like
I
is
mean,
it
I'd
all an
really love
elaborate
to think that
shtick?
people are
It's
not
like the same
that
thing with like that
strange.
Jack Doherty kid.
Dude, that guy drives me nuts.
Me too.
I
I don't
just
even know
can't
who
I
that
can't
is.
stand, dude,
If
he's
I had
just like some dude who's like this young kid who's just a small guy. He's like always like making videos about him getting like punked by people or disrespected. All this shit is just fucking so bullshit, dude. I can't stand that
think
he's
he just got
famous as
into
fuck.
another car wreck where I think he wrecked like one of his like cameraman's car. Not too long ago, he like fucking wrecked like it was either like a Lamborghini or like a
Yeah,
fucking
Lamborghini or
McLaren or
Ferrari,
some
some supercar.
dude.
Bro,
But
I'm
he's
just
just like
looking
this
at
like
pictures
19
of
year old
this.
kid.
I'm looking at
He like
pictures of this
constantly
kid and
like
I'm
goes
like,
around
ugh.
just like almost not like picking fights, but just being like
He's
disrespectful
just
just
beefing
because he
people
thinks he's
everywhere.
yeah.
Just
I
being a
don't
broccoli
get it.
head.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like the second I saw this kid's fucking face, I was like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
I
dude, don't ever even think for a second to watch a clip of this video. I see it sometimes on like on X,
ooh.
and I'm like, this
I
is so fucking horrible, dude. Fuck this
That's a
kid.
face you want to punch.
I just like want to forget it.
Like I get the feeling that's what that kid realized. He's like, I'm a face people want to
Like
punch. I'm gonna make money off that.
that whole side of like streaming and YouTube and stuff, I don't really get like I don't really understand like the whole pranking and like just being like an asshole just to be an asshole just because you think you're somebody because you got a camera.
Yeah, like the
You know what I
pranking when
mean?
it's like the husbands pranking wives and wives pranking
That stuff's
husbands.
different.
That's
Like
I
when
hate
great.
that
when
too. I
both
hate
parties
that too, actually.
do you?
Yeah, I hate it so
Dude,
bad. You know what else
I
I hate? I hate when they're like gonna do something. It'll be like a husband and wife combo, and they're gonna like do some crazy thing, and then they end up drawing it out to like 20 fucking minutes when it should be about fucking 2 minutes. And they're like, oh, well, we actually were. Oh, and it's like this horrible acting. I'm like, this is so fucking bad. How do these people make money? But then I'm
dude,
like, they probably make so much money.
my favorite couple prank one is have you seen the husband and wife, Sean, that go around the house setting up like booby traps to where they'll like sit there with like a dart gun and like a balloon filled with like
Yes.
shaving cream or some shit. And they'll
Yes.
like post it up like above a door frame. And as like the husband walks through, the wife will shoot the fucking balloon and he just gets covered in shaving cream. And they just both start fucking laughing their asses off, bro. Dude, they have gotten into some crazy fucking wars. You know, I've seen some compilations of some pretty fucking hilarious
Dude,
shits where sometimes they
they're
know that it's set
creative.
up and they you end up
Yeah.
setting their kids up to fucking get it. Or like the dad's been so good to where the wife has something set up, but he has countermeasures set up to where when she fails, he fucking launches his attack.
Or they
Dude,
can predict the other one's way to dodge it. And so now they've got
exactly.
something already prepared. It's like, oh no,
The
that's
little
not
fucking
actually, that was the
confetti
decoy up
cannon.
there.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that shit's gold. Or like there was the fuck is that kid's name? He had one of the big famous ones is he filled the entire house with the little plastic balls and made the whole house into a ball pit.
Oh, that'd be sick.
He got into a ton of trouble because like he actually launched his kid off the balcony in their house into the ball pit. And people like freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, that's kind of sketch, but I would have done it.
I'm just saying, like, if I was a
I'd be
10-year
that
old,
dad.
oh, I'd be the kid.
let's say
Let's
if I was that
go,
10-year
dude.
old, I'd have been in it. I'd have dove. I would.
I
It
wouldn't
would have
have
been like,
needed
Dad,
anybody to launch. I would have just jumped myself,
yeah,
bro.
like Dad, you're gonna let me do it, or I'm just gonna do it and get yelled at later.
Yeah, deal with
Um,
consequences.
But like
yeah, dude.
that shit's fun. Like the same dude did one where he tried to make like a super long Hot Wheels track through his whole house. And like his wife came home and was like, "What the fuck are you actually doing?" And like it was literally like from like the roof going through the house, out through the pool area, back into the house. Like it was fucking
Dude, some
cool.
of those are sick though. When they put the little fucking GoPro on the car and just fucking let it go
Yeah.
down the track, and it goes all the way through the house, through the yard, back into the house, up the stairs, down the stairs, around the. Dude.
It reminds me of when we all got hooked on the marble races for that like three
Oh,
month
dude,
period.
you want to know who I just introduced to fucking marble fucking racing and just the marble YouTube game? My nephew, and he fucking loves it, dude. He just sit there and just stares at it like, what are you doing, man?
Colorful movement everywhere.
He's just like, look.
I just loved the fact that like they literally had like little marbles out in the fucking stands acting like fans. Like
Yeah.
that, the people who made that put a lot of work into it and they did a damn
Dude,
good
my
job.
sister found this other one where this guy not only does like marble tracks, but he makes these fucking like courses out of those, you know, those little tiny magnetic balls.
Yeah.
He's got like a bunch of different, he's got like 4 or 5 different colors, and he makes like buildings and the track and everything out of those and puts them in like this fucking like little like plastic thing that he'll fill up with water sometimes, and then like there'll be like little fish swimming around, and then all of a sudden he starts dropping marbles into it, and all these marbles are going through that like magnetic structure track thing and then falling into the water with the fucking fish and stuff. It's actually pretty nice to watch because when he's like putting all the magnets together, you just hear it go click 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 click, 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 and you just it's dude very what's the
Say
term?
some sort of ASMR going on there.
Yeah, exactly. But he
Well,
doesn't
shit.
do them. He'll do like one color one way, and then the next color he'll like put it lay it down like a different way. Some he'll do in strips, some he'll do in chunks, some he'll do in triangles, some are in squares. And he just like fucking lining them up and fucking connecting them, turns them into like a castle or some shit. Anyways,
Well, shit. I gotta hit. All this gives me an idea. I got a solution to your can problem. Can sculptures. Have you ever watched anybody
oh
making
yeah,
those on YouTube and shit? They like start cutting up fucking soda cans and
dude,
shit,
with
and they'll like bend them around like wire. Next thing you know, you've got a fucking elephant.
aluminum, like fucking aluminum, bro, is dangerous, bro.
It's
Oh
so
yeah, you
sharp,
gotta be
dude.
careful.
I
But
don't
like
fuck with it.
the shit
I
people,
honestly used to hate cans, bro, because one time I put my finger in a can when I was a kid
Oh,
and it fucking sliced it. And ever since then, I was like, why do I put my fucking mouth on that if it could cut my finger?
like look at that shit. Like got a straight up elephant out of
that's crazy.
Coke cans. Like the shit that people could do with that, like you could do some pretty nifty goddamn things. Of
That's
course,
actually cool.
the
Yeah, show
share
some
thing is
other ones
blocking me.
bigger.
I would, but I got this weird situation I'm in.
Looks like
Hang
there's
on.
like two giraffes or something.
There we go. Yeah. The the share screen thing is in the way of all the rest of my browser controls right
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah, dude, that
It's
looks
a unique
cool.
problem. But yeah, like look at that. Like giraffes. Here's a hippo. Like look at his
Yeah,
little
that's so
ears.
cool. I would buy one of those.
Like I
2301, dude.
remember
$23, that's it?
I remember seeing some like at like the flea markets and stuff that would be like see if I can drag this so I can
Dude,
get
see
back
if they
to the
make ones out of 7 Up. That'd be cool.
here we go. Soda
Maybe
I
cans,
had
there's
a
an
no share.
alligator made of 7 Up cans.
I had a guy I used to work for that used to make like these little Tin Man like guys out of like old tin cans. They're pretty
Here,
sick, dude.
this is like some sculpture out of Pepsi cans and a few other
It's like a
soda
duck or
cans.
something.
I like the title Sculpture Out of Trash.
Like maybe it's a peacock. I don't
Dude, look
know.
at that
Because
parrot right there, dude.
dude, look at the yeah,
That
like the
deer is
parrot, the
crazy, dude.
Oh
deer.
yeah.
Like that parrot is sick though. Like the colors.
Aluminum origami, huh?
Or look at this
Oh,
dragon.
dude, did you see that hummingbird, bro?
Yo,
Dude, Buzz Lightyear, dude.
the Vader helmet.
Oh, Batman. Dude, the Sun Drop Dragon's pretty sick.
That is pretty fire. Cool looking
Oh, dude, I
crab.
like the bottle cap, dudes.
Dude, the crab's cool. That cat's cool.
It's a Budweiser plane,
Dude, look,
bro.
did you see the snake made out of fucking aluminum and fucking bottle caps?
Oh, see, there it is. There it is. We got a
The Duke,
Mountain Dew helicopter.
the Duke
Dude,
shot,
that's
bro.
cool as shit.
The Duke copter, bro.
$35.
I remember seeing shit like this at like flea markets and stuff when I was a
That's
kid,
sick.
like a pirate ship.
I feel like that would be easy to do,
Oh,
though.
look at that. There we go. Mountain Dew ship.
Yeah, I feel like those would be pretty easy because if you look at it, they hadn't really done much. They just cut some triangles. The fucking base is just a straight up can that they did nothing to.
Yeah, it looks like you
Sorry,
just got
I'm
like
criticizing. I'm sorry,
It looks pretty cool. It's only $45.
dude.
It's
Look
not
at
like
the
it's
fucking
that fighter jet of Red Bull.
yeah, the Red Bull fighter.
yeah, Red Bull
Oh, there's
fighter
that snake
jet.
I was talking about.
Yo, and he's made out of can caps and of like a plastic head.
Huh.
Oh, now we're getting into some weird
Dude, the
things.
light bulb spiders are nuts.
That
Dude,
are
that whale thing's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yo, that's so cool. You just turn it and oh man.
little bottle cap robot.
Yeah. That's kind of like the dude that that guy used to make.
Bottle cap
They're a
robot.
little bit cooler though. Dude, the scales out of fucking pull tabs, bro. That's sick.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going up here with the gills with some bottle or can pieces. Now that's pretty slick.
Dude, look at that fucking bug, dude. The monster bug.
Oh, all right. I gotta pull this up large.
That's actually pretty slick.
Dude, that's actually cool as fuck, man.
That
I
is
love
pretty
that.
fucking dope. That is what to do with old cans? Yes. Like, oh dude, look at this one.
Oh,
Little like Hayabusa. Oh no, it's Kawasaki.
yeah, dude. That's a ninja, dude.
Dude. Or here's a white
Yeah,
monster. Little Harley action.
little chopper. Dude, is that dragon completely made out of pull tabs?
That is, yeah.
That's a Hydra, dude. Or a
It says
Chimera.
chainman turtle, chainmail turtle. That's not a turtle.
That's like what are they called?
Yeah, it's
Hydra.
definitely a three-headed
A
hydra.
Zerberus or whatever.
Cerberus
the
was dog.
Oh yes, not dragons.
Aren't they
Yeah, look at that.
chimeras too? Is that
Oh yeah, there's
Chimera.
is that two heads.
Chimeras,
Yeah.
I think, refer to any like monstrous animal beast
And
thing.
How to Train a Dragon, there was a dragon with two heads.
Oh, by the way, Chris, don't tell me
Pull
any
tab way up.
spoilers because I know that you saw it. How was the live action How to Train Your Dragon?
Okay, so I'll say it as this. I don't think this will spoil it. I watched it. I never watched the first one. It was a really good movie.
Oh, so
I
you
enjoyed
hadn't
it.
seen the animated ones,
No, none of them.
but
So
you
when I
liked
saw
it
this live action, it was the first time I'd ever seen the story.
and
or
you liked
whatever.
it.
Yeah, dude, I really enjoyed it. It was like really
Sick.
good.
No, that makes me excited, bro, because like that's kind of how I'm gonna go into watching it. Because from what I hear, the director purposely made changes to the live action one because the animated one has been out for so long and has so much of like a story that like he felt like he didn't want to have the comparison. So that's why like one of the main girls, she's got like dark hair when in the animated,
Yeah,
like
she's like a
original, she's
biracial,
blonde.
like dark-haired girl. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the animation, she's like a white blonde
Yep.
girl or whatever. And like he did some other things because he's like, he's like, I want this to be able to stand on its own, to be like its own thing, and not have to be compared to that. Because like he says, it'd be too. It's. I feel like that's where a lot of people end up going wrong with stuff sometimes. But also like, dude, it's so hard when you try to like take something from like a comic or like a fucking
An animated
thing
film.
and try to make it live action because like there's certain things that you just cannot accomplish the same way in live action that you can in animation, even with like CGI and all these other things. So it just doesn't translate the same way. You
I
know?
think
Yeah,
there's
I will
certain
say that like
IPs that shouldn't be done to, and that's the other thing is like people get tribal about it, right? Like,
Yeah, that's part of the problem too. Is
I don't
like
think
some
well
fan bases are just so hardcore that they just like they don't want you to fucking touch nothing.
well, because like
Do it as
I'm
it's do
very
it as
that
it's
way
said.
about Lion King. Like, why did you do that? You didn't need to do that. Leave it the fuck alone. Like,
I don't know
I
if I
have
ever
no
saw the live action one.
like I have no reason to be this hateful towards it, but I was like, it wasn't necessary. Who's asking for this? Why are we doing this? Stop it! Like, it was probably a fine movie. I never watched it, but like I fell into that category where it's like the animated version is something I loved growing up as a kid. How dare you touch it? I just got defensive for no reason. Like,
yeah, like I mean,
so
just for me, it was just a movie that I enjoyed. It was good. The CGI in it was like super, super good. Like the dragons looked legit as fuck to me, like what I've imagined a dragon to look like.
Well, no, that's good
The
though. That's
action
good to hear,
aspects were
bro.
good. I thought that his dad, the actor that did the voice,
Oh,
I
Lee?
can't remember. Who?
Lee, not the real Gerard Butler.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
it's actually
Yes.
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Yeah, 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 yeah. His character was like really good, and Liz is like, it's so cool. She's like, he did the voice in the cartoon. And like, dude, he looks like a fucking Viking, man. It looks like he's gained weight and like he's like more of a man, you know?
Well, that's probably also a little bit of some fucking
Oh no,
body
because Liz
suits
said
and
that
stuff.
apparently he gained weight for the role as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he
And
probably
probably
put on a
muscles and
couple.
shit.
Yeah, but hell yeah, dude, that's sick, dude. Because like I remember watching the first How to Train Your Dragon back in the day, and then like I don't know, they got caught like because they turned it into a show at one point. Because like they had like a show. I think there's like four
Yeah,
movies.
there's a number of movies, yeah.
There's like four movies. I think they had like a small like running show for a little bit. And I caught a couple episodes and I thought like I always thought like the fucking writing, like for like even though it was like a kid show, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty, creative, funny, for like kids and stuff like that. And then I was once I heard that they're gonna do a live action one, I was like, oh, that'd be kind of sick, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was dope. But honestly, full disclosure, I fucking love the drive-in. The drive-in's so much fun to
Dude,
go watch a movie in, man.
I want to
So much
go,
fun.
bro. I might try to. Maybe I'll go this Saturday. Let's live. Well, this isn't live, but I'm still gonna look it
Like
up.
the only thing that stinks about the drive-in is like I'm now of the age, and because weed is legal here everywhere, like I don't want to get high and it's smell in my car at all. So like, and then drive, right? Because like you're there. Like I'm not like going somewhere and like gonna be there and I can like get high as shit and then give myself a couple hours to like not smell like weed, nothing, and then drive home. And so like I'm in my own head about it. And so I'm like, you know what? Like that's the only thing that's shitty. Like the first time I went, I had like one Dynavap right when the movie started. And then I was like, I'm good. So normally I'm not so used to just getting high at home, trying to be responsible.
I hear
But the
you.
drive-in's dope as fuck because dude, you can bring whatever snacks you want. Their popcorn is fire, and you get a free pop with your ticket.
I actually just found one that's not far from here. I was on my way back from the dispensary actually, and because of the road that it's on, the traffic was coming too hard, so I was like, "Fuck it!" Instead of taking a left, I'm just gonna bang a right with the traffic and see how I can get home from here. So I did, and as I was just taking these back roads back towards town, holy shit, past a cool little drive-in. So I might have to see look it up and see what's going on there and see if we can't get into a drive-in movie at some point. Because,
Yeah, dude,
dude,
it'll be worth it. The only thing
especially
I'll
with a
say
real
is like,
drive-in.
but dude, it's like it doesn't start till late, especially now. You know what I mean? Like right now,
Oh,
first movie starts at like 9:40, and it's like a 40-minute drive from my house. So like, dude, the How to Train a Dragon, it was like a 2-hour movie basically.
Yeah.
So we didn't get back here until like quarter after midnight, probably.
Yeah, when I was living in the old spot, when I was living in that condo, gosh, back when we started this show, they actually opened like the worst looking just pop-up drive-in in the parking lot next door to the building we lived in. And so like a couple nights a week they would run movies over there. And it was kind of funny because like my buddy who lived in the very first building, he worked for the landlord and he lived in the building as kind of like one of the live-in maintenance guys. Um, this motherfucker could literally watch the movies from his window, and he figured out what the radio frequency was that they would play the music, play the audio to the movie for,
Yeah.
and he was able to literally just kick back in his room, just get stoned and watch the movie with the radio turned on, listening to the freaking movie for free anytime he wanted.
Yeah, dude, that's actually dope. A friend of mine is like a very similar situation, but like a little bit less cool. But at the time, it was cool. We were probably like 10, 11 years old. And dude, he lived by like this huge drive-in that had 3 screens. And like they were huge screens. Like the screens were fucking massive. Like I can't even explain how big they are. And dude, we were probably like 400 yards away and we just would have like a pocket radio and we knew the signal of the each screen, and we would just like watch. We could watch two different movies because we could see two screens if we like moved like 50 feet one way or the other way. And it was sick, dude. You'd just be like chilling. When we were like, even when we like got a bit older, we used to like have like a little fire and we'd be watching the movie in the distance. We'd just be smoking cigarettes because we knew that the fire would smell, or we would just smell like the fire. So we would get booked on the cigarettes.
I will say it is fucking dope that like with the fact that we can get small projectors that work relatively well for a cheap price,
Yeah.
we can effectively make a pop-up drive-in movie theater anywhere we ever want to.
Oh, dude. You know what's so cool? So, like, just on
Dude.
this note of like getting those projectors, man, I can't wait. I want to have one where I just like have a big white wall or some shit, like in my like,
It's
porch
on your
area or
land area
something.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'll watch like fucking movies, games, like sports games. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Dude, I was just thinking, bro, we should totally fucking talk Will into getting like one of those inflatable screens and a projector
Oh,
and
and do
do
it at the shop outside.
not at the shop. He's got all
Oh,
that he's got that big ass fucking backyard, bro.
oh, like he just makes like a 25-foot fucking drive-in style screen.
At his fucking house, yeah. Like,
And
because
well,
dude, you can get
and
like
it's like
inflate.
that slope, so you kind of sit on the hill and be like, "Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
dude.
that's
And
true."
then everybody, if we really wanted to, bro, we could literally just line up everybody's cars right there because you could line up like 4 cars, dude, and we could literally sit all like legit driving in if we want. Or we
That's
just back
true.
everybody out and just fucking line up some fucking chairs and shit. Fucking put a little fucking
Yeah,
table,
that's one thing I've
fucking.
noticed, dude. People come and they set their shit up, dude. They'll have
Oh
like
fuck
lounge
yeah.
chairs, they'll have
Back
like
in
a cooler, fucking all
dude,
that shit.
back in the day when we would go, we would take my mom always had like a van when we were growing up. I even have one now, speaking of it. But what we would do is we literally take the back seat out and fucking literally would put it like on the ground, like take it out of the van
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
put the full bench seat like on the ground there. That way, like it'd open up the whole back for us. Like that way, if my parents wanted, they could fucking kick back in the fucking seat while all of us kids were just like laying in the back of the van or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's fucking cool to see like how extreme people take it. You'll see people that are like souped up and they have like these like meshes on their windows so the bugs can't fly in and they can have their windows down. Like, dude,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
tell like the people that go there just to see the movie or the people that go there for the experience and the movie.
For some people,
You
it's
know what I
more
mean?
than just a trip, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. Like they probably spend like 2, 3 weekends, maybe even more, going
These
to
are
the
your
fucking
season
drive-in.
pass people, you know?
Yeah, if you could get one, which I don't know if you can or not, but they would be the yes, those are the people.
I know like the one that they did as the pop-up thing for a couple of years, they did that. You could get a season pass and it would basically allow you to come to all the movies for the season for like one price. And what I didn't like about it, but they got the license to do it, so good on them, I guess. They were doing it the right way. Is they were allowed to sell beer and wine.
Oh,
So they had like a little pop-up trailer that did like beer and wine, and they had another little pop-up trailer that did hot food. And so you were able to get beer, wine, food, and then you were also able to watch the movie. You had a
and they
whole
had
like
probably like the portable toilet
yep,
things.
and they had like a whole little lawn area with like picnic tables and shit. So you could sit out in the lawn area at the picnic tables. You had porta johns and all that. And so like that was where I was a little like kind of fucked up because it's literally like there's like 10 feet of trees, and then it's that parking lot between our yard and them.
Yeah.
So, 10 o'clock at night, the movie's going, people are hooting and hollering. It's, a Wednesday night. Some of us trying to sleep, get up for work in fucking 4 hours, Like that
Oh,
shit
so
was,
yeah, this drive-in, it's only Friday, Saturday nights, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights.
but
I
like
think that's what this one.
You
minus
guys
two.
are also talking about like actual drive-ins, like real established drive-ins.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. The
they're on a
Brackley.
property
Shout
that
out
was
to the
made
Brackley
for that.
Drive-In.
You know, like this was there's an unused corner of a parking lot in, this or industrial area. Let's find out who owns it and rent this corner. Like it was weird. Like they literally had to put up fencing across somebody's yard, like actual yard, because like they abutted right against someone's actual yard. It was so
Yeah.
weird. Again, shout out to those people. They got free movies. They could just sit on the hill in their backyard and there's the screen right in their backyard. Like, well, there's this.
Man, honestly though, like yeah, drive-ins is nice. It's been nice. I hadn't been in so long. I've went twice now this year, and I'm gonna try to go once a month until they close, which is probably gonna be in like end of September, be my guess.
I
So go
know.
3 more times.
I know when I buy a house, I'm just gonna buy a projector and set up a fucking actual screen because the big screen life like that is glorious. Like again, with the fact that like we do portable projectors, like you can get a, $150, something like that can get you a decent pull down projector screen, like, you remember from high school and shit.
Yeah.
And you could just mount that on the ceiling in a room that, you're gonna watch your movies in, and it's out of the way until you want it, and then just
Dude, you can
Dude,
get paint
honestly,
that you
bro.
can just paint the
Yeah,
fucking the roof of your whatever.
I was just gonna say too, like the projector technology is at the point now, Sean, to where you
oh, I
can
know.
literally get one that's small enough to where you don't even need to mount it. You could literally just fucking pop it on the table when you want to fucking watch something, and then when you're
I've had
done,
them.
put it away.
I
And
know.
they're
I've
legit
had them.
like 1080p fucking quality. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
It's
yeah,
nuts.
I've owned one a couple of different times. One was like a cheap one, and one was a decent one. And it was cool as fuck to own. I love the idea of like I have a lot of stuff. My stuff tends to go up the walls. If I want to just like make it all disappear, I can have that pull down projector screen. Whoop, bop, clean wall, up. Now all the shit on my wall is still there.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no.
Like I
I
love that
That's
notion.
why
And
I
then
like the idea of doing it outside.
Well, and then that's the thing, right? Then I can take the little guy outside and, I can pick a side of my wall and just throw it up on the side of the house. I can do like you were saying and just build something in the backyard that's just
Yeah.
a structure. I could go and make a semi-permanent structure if I wanted, so I don't
Dude, you know
completely
what? We
have it
need
up
to
permanently in the yard.
Dude, that'd be
we,
dope to have just like, oh, okay.
we
I want
should
to say
Something
we
something
you
should
could
after.
like
just fold
legit
down and then
bring this up to Will, bro, because he could probably set it up to where he could have like the projector just like in the sunroom, at his house, and just like have it like aimed like perfectly to where he could just have like the projector fucking screen just like right there to where and even when he's just chilling in the hot tub, he'll just be
Bro,
watching some hockey or whatever's fucking going on.
I'm saying hockey on a projector screen is glorious.
Dude, I love watching like live sports on a projector, but I also love like obviously like action kind of
Oh yeah.
movies. I think that they're just so cool.
Dude, I want to go see a movie in IMAX.
Yeah, I
I
haven't done
haven't
that in
gone.
a
I
minute.
haven't. I haven't gone in a while, dude.
Yeah.
And I could use an IMAX experience. I remember my one of my first IMAX, like one of my most memorable IMAX experiences was seeing the first Avatar movie in
Oh, I
IMAX
bet.
3D. Bro, talk about being mind blown, dude.
Yeah, dude. And
Not
that
only
came out
was
when
it,
you were what, like 18?
I don't know, I was young, dude. I was definitely probably in either just out. When did that come out?
I feel like
I'm
in
gonna have to Google it.
05, 06. So maybe you were
Uh
just like getting into high school.
oh nine. It was senior year or no, that was the year. Yeah, oh nine, senior year of high school. So I was like 17, 18.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember going to see that with my dad and my brother, bro. Was it was I partaking at this time? I don't think I was even smoking weed yet, bro.
Dang, dude.
Wow.
But dude, I remember seeing that shit in three because I didn't start really smoking until I was like 18, 19, I think.
So it was like just before you
Because it was
started to
literally like
dabble.
once I was legally able to buy cigarettes, that's when it all went downhill. Because I think that's around the time I started drinking. Because I didn't really do any of that in high school, bro. But I also had a weird high school experience because like my heart surgeries and shit. So
Yeah.
I didn't really have as much opportunity as everybody else did. But anywho, dude, I just remember that thing just being so visually just breathtaking, bro. Just because like the colors and just like how crazy like the realistic everything looked as far as like the Navi, like the blue people and the fucking um uh what's the word? Uh 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 Pandora. That's the planet. But anyway, dude, and then it was 3D too, so like all those like crazy like little flying things and shit just like fucking popping out at you, dude, in IMAX is intense.
Yeah, I saw I think it was Alice in Wonderland, the Tim
The
Burton
Johnny Depp
one.
one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the IMAX 3D, and that was the last thing I have seen in IMAX.
I don't
And I
remember
just
what the
looked it
last
up.
thing was.
Right now, the movie F1 is showing in IMAX.
That would be pretty
That's
intense to
That'd be pretty
watch.
cool.
yeah, fucking
I'm
high
honestly
speed
kind of
F1
interested.
racing like
I'm kind
that.
of interested in
Whoo.
watching that. If you guys haven't watched Gran Turismo yet, I recommend it. It's a good watch. Do you know anything about that movie, Sean? Gran Turismo?
I only heard that it was a thing and it was like just in passing.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
even like it might have even been someone making the joke that it was based off the video game.
well, the thing is, it's based off a true story, dude. It's what happened was is uh the premise behind the movie is Gran Turismo started getting the reputation for being one of the greatest racing simulator games of its time. It's being almost as realistic as actual racing. So what they wanted to do is they decided they wanted to put a team of racers together of Gran Turismo players, some of the best in the world, and then put them in cars and see if the actual game could translate to the track, sort of thing, right? So, of course, there's a main character, and it's pretty much following his fucking journey through competing on this team to be have a chance to actually race in a legit fucking I don't even know what kind of racing it was. I can't think of it. But
But
anyways,
an actual like GT style race.
yeah, and he ends up obviously shit happens, yada yada yada, da 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 da. But
Typical
I think it's
hero
a
arc.
yeah.
Ta-da.
But dude,
Happy
it
ending.
was actually a pretty sick fucking movie, dude. If you're into like racing car movies and stuff like that.
I mean, I definitely enjoy watching our friend Virtual Race.
Yeah,
Like I love watching Michelle's races. That shit's great.
Did you guys see in the chat the picture that I put in there?
I did not.
This is a place that's like in downtown in the harbor in Toronto. And like we used to go there on field trips and shit when I was a kid, and you go see like crazy fucking like Lauren Green's Wild Wilderness type shit there. But dude, I went there during March break every year. They'd always like play Hollywood movies on those. And when I was probably like 15 or whenever the fuck Cliffhanger came out, dude, me and some friends went to the IMAX to fucking watch
Is that what that is?
Cliffhanger, and
Is
it
that
was
like an
fucking
IMAX theater?
yeah, it's called the Cinesphere, and it's in Toronto. But dude, the fucking screen, like, so like let's say that you're sitting here and there's like rows of seats up, the fucking screen's actually like this.
Yep.
So like you're going up and the fucking screen is going
Is
up over
bending with
top of
you.
you.
Yep.
And when you're in there, dude, you feel like you're in there, dude. It's
Oh,
like
I
way
know,
more than a
dude.
regular IMAX that I've been to. It's like IMAX extreme levels.
We have
It's
one
crazy, bro.
in oddly enough, Ontario, California. Uh, that's where I went and saw Avatar at, and they've got like one IMAX theater there, but it's like the top of the top, you know, IMAX, like the full
Yeah,
IMAX.
it's
You know
like
what I
the
mean?
legit IMAX. Yeah.
To where it's a very similar thing to where when you walk in, the fucking screen is just fucking huge, and you
Yep.
almost feel like the front
You're
row is
only
almost like in like hanging into the like the fucking screen. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like fucking
you
feeling.
feel like you're only like 10 feet from the screen no matter where you sit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
gnarly.
Because like the Boston Museum of Science has one of the original IMAXs like that in the Omni Theater. And so like when I was a young kid, um, elementary, maybe middle school age, um, they would take us on field trips out there to the Boston Museum of Science, and we would always end up watching some sort of educational film on the IMAX screen in the Omni Theater. And it's exactly like we're describing, where like you walk in and the whole thing is on like a
Dude,
dome, and so it's incredible.
Yeah.
now, okay, now take that and put it on steroids, and I feel like that's what the sphere's like.
Well,
But
the
like,
Sphere is
I
like also it's because it's a performance venue too, right? They don't do
yeah,
they don't do IMAX movies, but it's just like the
no,
But you can.
experience
but the
and
whole fucking thing's got shit projecting on it while you have whoever's fucking performing on the stage, and I'm sure at some points they're projected across the entire thing. Like, who
oh, okay,
knows,
okay.
bro? What they like? I'm sure
Yeah,
we
I
can
don't know
pull
what
up a
it's like. I've
fucking
never watched
video
a
and look at it, but like, I've
yeah.
seen like clips of just like shots of like things going on in this. Like, I've seen clips of like the Dead playing, and of course, Dead. There's gonna be some crazy psychedelic fucking
Oh
backgrounds
yeah.
going around. And dude, I was just sitting there watching that, and I'm like, I could only imagine being in there and being on some shit what that fucking that's got to be top of the top fucking experience as far as shows go. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yes.
Like I've been down a live music rabbit hole a lot lately. There's a couple of channels that I follow on YouTube that like they're just basically production companies, and all they do is just produce live videos of different bands. So you'd never know what you're gonna get. And like Hellfest was recently in I want to say it took place in France. But one of the things that I was noticing as far as like those kind of like total immersive experiences is like we're talking about a huge metal festival, 3 days, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people in attendance. And so when you're talking about crowds that large, it's very common that you're going to have the big speaker towers with the video screens on them so that way people can see, right? But one of the things I thought was really awesome about their production level was the fact that they even put pyrotechnics on those so that when the pyrotechnics was on the stage, it synchronized with those towers to give people the full experience. They had a Ferris wheel in the venue. So you could literally be riding the Ferris wheel and taking in the concert. Like, there's some really cool things that people are doing for the total immersive experience. I mean, when I went and saw Spirit Box, the way that they used projection across the stage and shit like that, it really became this immersive experience where as Courtney, their singer, kind of explained in an interview leading up to their tour, like the idea is for you to suspend your state of belief for a while and just kind of let yourself get immersed in this whole visual experience. And it's so fucking cool that people are doing it. Like, I love that the sphere exists for that.
Yeah, I think that it would be cool to go there for sure, especially for something you really enjoyed.
I mean, I just because of what James was saying, I Googled it real quick, and there was like a clip of it looks like it's Kenny Chesney, and someone's just panning around, and insane, just the colors and everything going on 360 degrees in this quick pan that somebody's doing inside. Like,
Plus, I mean, it's all indoors, dude. You could probably have like crazy like drone shots and stuff in there. Like
I mean,
all
I've
sorts
got
of
to
cool stuff be
imagine
going on.
a rave in that place has got to be wild. Having like projections and lasers and smoke and glitter and confetti, like you'll be on some whole other shit experiencing that.
Yeah, dude, that you're going there for the experience. Like that's what's happening when you go to a place like that.
I mean, hey, if the right band came to the Sphere and I was able to go, I'd do it just for the experience.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But I don't think that I would go there to some band I could care less about or some act that I don't really care that much about
Yeah, I'd have.
just to go to this sphere.
Yeah,
Well,
I
here's
would
the
agree with
the
thing.
that.
same.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't buy tickets to somebody I don't necessarily care about or whatever. But if somebody said, "Hey, I got some spare tickets. Would you like to go see so and so at the Sphere?" I would go just to experience it. You know what I'm saying? But if it was up to me deciding on if I'm going to go and I have to actually purchase tickets, then yeah, I'm with you guys. I'll definitely wait till it's somebody I actually want to see. But if somebody was like, "Hey, you want to go?"
Like if somebody said, "Yo, you want to go to Kenny Chesney?" I'd be like, honestly, I'd like to go to
Oh,
the sphere, but that ain't it.
I'd go. I'd still go.
You know what? Like, funny enough, I'm with James on this one. Actually, if it was Kenny Chesney, I'd be like,
Hey,
no. If you're buying, I'm
he
flying. I'll
teeters
drive.
between yacht rock and country, bro.
Well,
You know what I mean?
so that's the thing, right? Like,
Theaters.
so I I go back obviously to that like mid to late 90s country and early 2000s country
He was
before
popular
like
back in them days.
before what I think became the like height of the sugar pop country era. Um so like that early Kenny Chesney, I like that. Like she thinks my tractor's sexy. If it comes on, I still
Really
remember
turns her
some
on.
words. You know what I mean? Like still a jam.
The
But
way
then
she's looking at me.
you get to what James is kind of talking about, where fucking Kenny Chesney said, not only can I be a country singer, but you know what? I really like hanging out with Jimmy Buffett on a boat in the islands getting stoned.
And a
And I'm gonna make a whole
Margaritaville.
series of albums that are inspired by that vibe as well. And so you get like the Old Blue Chair album, which is literally one of my favorite albums he ever wrote that I ever owned. And I will still rock that record to this day. Dude, so those songs are like this like radio friendly reggae meets country. Like
Look at
they're
Chris's
just
face, dude. He's not into it.
it
Dude.
is the weird like
He's
you aren't
like,
gonna like it, Chris, but
nah,
Like none of this is making me take those free tickets to go see Kenny
I'm
Chesney at
still
the
down,
Sphere.
dude. I'd see
but
the
like
dead. I might.
see, I'd pay for the dead. I'd buy
Oh yeah,
I'd pay for my tickets for
I'd
that.
still pay for the dead. You two,
No, I'll pass.
I would definitely not go see you two.
I
not a
can't
big
stand
U2.
it.
I'd probably pass on
Can't stand
U2.
Bono. I'd pass
Who
on
else
the
has
YouTube.
played it? Who else has played the Sphere so far?
I think the internet can tell us. Hold on. Let's
Yeah.
find out.
Good old Google.
Like I feel like you have to be pretty famous.
Oh, for sure. They're not gonna let just anybody.
Yeah. Like I'd probably have to go see Post Malone. I bet he played. I'd go see him there.
Oh fuck yeah, I'd go see Posty, dude.
Yeah.
So we got
I honestly,
Fish.
oh Fish, yeah, I'd see Fish.
I would go see Fish there for
I'm
sure.
not the biggest Fish fan, but
Neither am I. But if you're gonna go to a Fish show, that's a place to go see him.
But that would
Well,
be
I
the place
guess.
to see it. Yeah,
The Eagles, I would have gone for that.
I would have seen them.
Dead and Co. Yeah,
Yep,
we already
yep,
said we'd do that. But then there's the Backstreet Boys.
Pass. I'd pass on that one.
And
I
that's a
think.
big pass for me. The
Well,
U2,
Yeah,
definitely a no. Now I kind of just touched on this earlier, but anima, I think might be how you're supposed to pronounce it. Anima, um, maybe it's enema, which is actually kind of makes me laugh. But it's an electronic artist, who's been doing a residency at the Sphere. Like I said, I feel like a rave in that spot is kind of a place
Oh yeah, that would be
to do that.
fucking nuts.
And then you've got Unity, which is Insomniac and Tomorrowland collaborating on a multi-sensory experience, which again,
That's gonna
something that
be
I think
another EDM
electronic
sort of thing.
music and just all sorts of weird, trippy
Because, dude,
visuals
I'll tell
like
you
I'm
what,
down.
I'm not into like rave music and that sort of shit, but I've been to a few raves. And dude, let me tell you what, they're heavy on visuals accompanying their fucking crazy techno electronic music, dude.
Oh,
Because they got
100%.
some big screens and some crazy lights going on, bro.
I mean,
And
no
it's
disrespect.
honest, it's pretty sick, dude. I enjoyed myself.
That's
It's
the
not
thing.
my
Like,
type of
no,
shit, but I enjoyed the fuck out of myself. I just got drunk and fucking danced around like a fucking dumbass, and then
no
almost got
hate
kicked
towards
out for smoking a
DJs,
joint.
but like you're just standing there mixing. Like it's a lot of work, and that is not a visually appealing experience to watch. Like I'm a concert goer. I want to watch the band perform, so I go to concerts. But like you're not going to get that out of a DJ who's working on stage like that. He's literally mixing and dancing. That's about all you're getting out of him. So like,
Yeah, or wearing like a
A
helmet
marshmallow
or a mask. Yeah.
you
or a
know,
mouse hat.
so
I've seen
like
Dead Mouse a few times. It's actually pretty sick.
that's why you gotta have all the cool visual shit, the smoke, the lights, all that. It just adds to the experience, so that way it's a little
Yeah,
bit more
like all
visual
those things, it's like
impact.
the music is a part of the experience. And I'm
Right.
assuming that's the way that they would make a Sphere evening go as well. Like the
I mean,
music is obviously what draws a lot of people, but the experience is like what would be what makes people really want to go.
Oh yeah,
I think you're absolutely right. Like I said, like Fish. I don't necessarily need to go see Fish, but if you were like, want to go see Fish at the Sphere?
that's
Yeah, I
the,
want to see
the
Fish at the Sphere.
Honestly, out of all the bands you said that have played it, the only one that I would even entertain the idea of going would be the Eagles, and I would just be like, this feels super wasted on me right now, but this is probably what I can handle the most out of anything else that you said. Because I never was really like a big fan of the
all right.
Grateful Dead. I never definitely did not like
Okay
Fish.
then, Chris, who would you like to see play the Sphere?
Well, that's the thing, right? I think that it would be hard for me to pick something that would be popular enough to play the Sphere.
But if you had to,
I think that I'd probably go see like a rapper. You know what I mean? I think I
okay,
would go see like
Well, you already
NF
said you'd see
there
Posty.
or Post. Yeah, I would go
yeah,
to Post. I would go to Post.
dude, it's
But
kind of
like, because
crazy,
like
dude.
I don't like any big rock bands that would actually play there. Like, would it be cool to have seen No Effects there? Absolutely, but like they would never play there, so that's like not a realistic thing.
Like back to the whole Post Malone thing. Like I was never like a crazy big fan of Post. But as of late, dude, like I think it's just because like my playlist is just a mix of a bunch of different shit. But like a lot of his older stuff's like been thrown in along with like obviously his country album that I actually really enjoy. And dude, the kid can fucking write some music, bro. Like if he's really like writing all this shit, and the dude like people may not be really into like his fucking vocals and shit, but I like what you're doing, Post. Keep being you, bro.
I put Post Malone in that category of like, I don't like your art, but I definitely like you as a human being. Like, you are a cool ass motherfucker. I just don't like what you do. Like, I feel that way about Will Ferrell. Like, I don't like you as an actor. There isn't much you do these days that I enjoy, but every goddamn interview I've ever read of either of those two, Will Ferrell or Post Malone, I'm like, these are some cool ass motherfuckers. Like, these are
Dude,
cool people. I want to hang out with them, smoke some weed, have a beer, shoot the shit, have a
Sean, you should watch
laugh.
this past weekend with Post Malone. It was like a really good episode with
oh
Theo
yeah,
Vaughn.
with Theo, that's a good one.
Yeah.
See, like,
Uh,
like Literally, I see him as a guest. I'm like, I love this dude. I want to hang
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
with
dude.
him.
Honestly, after watching it, I was like, man, this guy's a pretty chill dude.
His Rogan appearances are pretty good too. But dude, what else was I gonna say about? Damn, why does that keep happening, bro? Um, oh, have you seen any of his Bud Light commercials with Shane Gillis,
Oh, I haven't,
Post
no.
Malone's? Dude, they're pretty fucking gold, bro. Because I never would have like put like other than seeing them in the commercial and being like, okay, that works. Like I wouldn't really have thought, oh, let's put Shane Gillis and Post Malone together. But dude, it makes complete sense because obviously they're both well-known Bud Light drinkers. Like that's mainly all they fucking drink. But like their personalities actually kind of fucking work well together,
Oh,
like
it
chemistry
does.
wise in the commercials, dude. They're
I'll
pretty
have to
fucking
watch it on
funny, bro.
YouTube.
Like, it's actually a cooler that cuts grass.
Dude, like they're dressed up like dads pretty much, like fucking jean shorts, tucked in shirt, fucking dad
Yeah, like
hat, and
straight up
like
New Balance, the whole nine.
yeah, the whole nine. They're sitting in lawn chairs in one, and they're like talking. I forget what they're even saying, dude, but or they're worth a peek, dude.
Like
Smart move by
the one
Bud
I'm
Light.
referencing, like they're literally like serving hot dogs off of like a lawnmower, like grill cooler deal. Like it's ridiculous. And shit, with that laugh at Shane Gillis's great humor in a commercial, it is time for us to start wrapping it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Shed Time Podcast. Of course, tune in every week for new episodes. You know how we do around here. I'm going to hand it on over to Uncle Chris. Let him start bringing us home.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I just was searching up that commercial. It's queued up, so I'll watch some commercials after this is done. But of course, you guys can check out shedtimepodcast.com. Feel free to click, give us some reviews. That'd be awesome. Check us out Friday nights on Frames Jank and Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's everything for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. James, take it away.
As always, huge shout outs to all the Shedheads for you guys' continuous support. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow on all those podcasting platforms. 5-star reviews definitely help out as well. Chris pretty much covers all the other stuff. If not, check it out, shedtimepodcast.com, Friends, Jank, and Vapor YouTube. As always, sending out all those positive vibes. Chris by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, a little bag or dab will do you.
That's right, my friends. And of course, shedtimepodcast.com has links to everything. It's got, links to the merch store, the Patreon, the Frank Jenkins Paper channel, and so much more. So check it on out. With that, you know what I'm going to say. Don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun. This is the Shed Time Podcast. It's time to blow one up and blow one up. Oh, yeah. Blueberry pie Oreos dropping this Monday, gentlemen.
Damn, dude, that sounds delicious.